4. Okay, in this lecture we will discuss some question answers of chapter 3 Citizenship, Social Science, class 6. And we have already done the explanation part of this chapter. We all solved and discussed all the doubts and all. So let's now discuss question answers, which is very important. Okay. So the first question is here is that why do we call family a best school? Why do we call a family a best school? Because we can give answers like that, school help us to know the society for the very first time. Okay, we know the society for the very first time by the family, and family is smallest part of smallest unit of a society. Okay, we can say that. And family also, because of the family, we firstly know about the society. Next is, which virtues have you learned from your family? Which virtues have you learned from your family? So we can say that we learn etiquettes and manners, like how to eat, how to walk, how to talk with other person, how to respect your family. These all kind of etiquettes and manners we learn from the family. So that we can say that the family, virtues have you learned from your family. This kind of virtues we have learned from our family. Okay. Thing is that what is the role of a family ideology in a person's life? What is the role of family ideology in a person's life? So we can say that the ideology, the role of a family ideology, which may help us to take, which may help us to make decision which may or may not be acceptable. Okay, it also help us to make decision which may or may not be acceptable. So next is that how do a family and a school help the people? How do a family and a school help the people? So we can say that the family, and we can also call family an institution, because we learn so many things from family also. So school, family and a school, these are the things, these are, we can say, an institution which develop ourselves and make us a better person to live in a society, to live, and which also teach us how to live life and develop our personality. Okay, so that's why we can call family and school which is helpful towards us. Next is, how do social institutions help a man? How do social institutions help a man? So we can say that a social institution mold and develop the personality of a person. Okay, they mold and develop the personality of a person. That's why we can say that a social institution always help a male. Next is, which is the first duty of a child? Which is the first duty of a child? So the child's first duty is that to respect the family members, follow the rules, customs, tradition which is developed by the family, and always obey rules and regulation which is of the family, and always respect your elders and your family too. Okay, so this kind of this is the first duty of a child towards its family. Okay. Which is the main duty of a child towards his school? Which is the main duty of a child towards his school? So we can say that child going to school, our first duty towards school is that to make a healthy relationship with the co-students. आपके साथ जो अदर स्टूडेंट्स है, मेक श्योर दैट आपका जो उनके साथ रिलेशनशिप है वो बेटर हो. ओके, सो इट्स first duty of a child towards the school is that to make a healthy relationship with the co-students, always obey and respect the school faculties, and here you need to give a good attitude towards the school, and a good student will not do anything that harm school and harm people which is in school. Okay, so these are the main duty of a child towards his school. So next thing is that when does an Indian citizen get a right to vote? When does an Indian citizen get a right to vote? So we can say that in India, if you are 18, when you become 18 or 18 plus के जो यानी कि above 18, okay, at that age you have right to vote in election. Okay, when you become 18 or 18 plus जो है वो they can get the voter ID card and they allowed to give vote in election. Okay, so at the age of 18. Next is, why do the foreigners not staying permanently in India cannot be called Indian citizen? Okay, so there, if you want to get the citizenship of India, there are some rules and regulations which follow जो foreigners है, if they want to get citizenship, they have to follow. Okay, so for if you want to get the citizenship of India, you need to stay here at least 5 years. आपको at least 5 or more than 5 years there you have to stay here. You have to resident here. So permanent resident here. So you can get the citizenship of India. Okay, and that is why foreigners are not staying permanently in India will not get the citizenship of India. Next is that as a citizen of India, what are the consequences if one commits serious crime? Obviously, if any Indian citizen commits serious crime or doing any national betrayal, then they will lose the Indian citizenship. Okay, if the people doing such kind of crime or any national betrayal, they will lose his citizenship of India. So these are the short question answers we have learned. Let's now learn other question answers like. So next question answers are there. Firstly, we have to explain the two words which is citizen and citizenship. So what is citizen? So citizenship means if you legally belongs to a country where you have rights and protection of that country, that means you are a citizenship. You are a citizen of that country. Okay. Now what is citizenship? Now citizenship means to permanently stay in a country to enjoy the rights which is provided by state and always cooperate the rules and regulation which is instructed to a people. That is a citizenship. Next is, are you a citizenship of India? Why? Are you a citizen of India? Why? So I can say that yes, I am a citizen of India because by born I born in India, and according to law, if you are born in India, so automatically you will get the citizenship of India. So that's how I am a citizen of India. Next is, what are our duties as an ideal citizenship? What are our duties as an ideal citizenship? So we can say that an ideal citizenship always cooperate and always have good attitude towards the other persons and always serve the nations when required. An ideal citizenship always follow rules and regulation which is created, which is framed by the government. An ideal citizen never do something which harm the country, and an ideal citizen always serve and always perform duty towards the country. These are the points we can say that an ideal citizenship have. Next is, how is a foreigner different from an Indian citizenship? How is a foreigner different from an Indian citizenship? So, Indian citizens are different from foreigners because Indian citizens have right to follow, have some rights as an Indian citizenship. They can also get the government post. They also perform. They also give vote in an election. So that's how an Indian citizen become different from a foreigners. Okay. Next is, what do you mean by citizenship? So here we have also explained the same answer is that. Next is, under which circumstances can an Indian lose his citizenship? Under which circumstances can an Indian lose his citizenship? So this kind of situation happen if you do something which is harmful towards your nation. If you do some major crime or a national betrayal, if you do this kind of thing, then you will lose the Indian citizenship. Next is, list other ID cards with photograph. Okay, so other ID card, that means voter ID card. We all know that a voter ID card is there with photograph. So other Aadhaar card is there, which is in photograph. PAN card is there, a driving license, a ration card. These are the things which is other ID cards with photograph. Now, what information does the school ID card provide? Now, what information does the school ID card provide? So, if I know about my ID card, so in my school ID card there is a photograph, there is a name of school, my name, with my full name, my birth date, my contact number, my roll number and address. This information my school ID card had when I was a student. Now, what is the duty of your family towards you? Okay, we know that being a child, we have already discussed it, that being a child, it is our duty to have a healthy attitude towards your family members and always respect them. So in return, our family also have some kind of duties they have to perform towards their child. So family should nourish you and protect you from the bad things. Other thing is that they have to so families also provide you education, also provide you needy things. They also teach you good things, manners and etiquettes. Okay, and family also should respect child. Okay, so these are the things which family should also perform towards their child. So here we end the discussion of question answers. We have, I think, discussed major question answers here. So these are the end of this chapter. Thank you.
आभार।